more favorable for the new 6-core Zen 3 processor, as here it was 10% faster than the 3600 and just 3% slower than the 3700X and 10700K. Here we're looking at comparable performance to existing 8-core AMD and Intel processors. The single-thread performance of Zen 3 has been massively improved. And we're getting a good look at what that means for single-threaded applications like Photoshop. The 5600X was 22% faster than the R53600, and 18% faster than the 370X and 1060K. So that's a huge performance improvement. After Effects is another application that relies predominantly on single-core performance, and here we see solid performance from the 5600X. At 21% faster than the 3600 and 15% faster than the 3700X, it also easily beat Intel's Core i5-10600K and Core i7-10700K. Hell, it even beat the 1090K. Power consumption: like the rest of the Zen 3 range, the Ryzen 5 5600X is exceptionally good in terms of power consumption. We're looking at a 7-watt increase from the 3600, which is excellent considering it's 19% faster in the Blender benchmark. The new CPU also reduced total system consumption by 14% when compared to the 3700X. Though that's in line with the performance deficit to that part. When compared to competing Intel parts such as the 1060K, we're looking at massively improved power efficiency. As for operating temperatures, the Ryzen 5 5600X is a very cool running CPU. Peaking at just 63°C in our Blender stress test means it's 10°C cooler than the 3600X. Which is impressive given the similar voltage but almost 500 MHz increase in average clock speed. Gaming performance testing with Far Cry New Dawn. We see that the Ryzen 5 5600X is 18% faster than the 3600 and 16% faster than the 3700X. That's a serious performance gain over previous general parts. It was also 7% faster than the 1060K and offered better frame time performance. The 5600X also just edged out the 5950X and 5900X, as this title doesn't heavily utilize those parts and the lower latency, single CCD design is likely playing a role here. Though we're talking about a negligible 1.5% difference, that's overall exceptionally good performance from the 5600X in Far Cry New Dawn. Next up we have Rainbow Six Siege, and we're finding comparable performance to higher-end Zen 3 parts. More than comparable, it's basically identical. The 5600X was 22% faster than the 3600 and 19% faster than the 3700X, a big generational performance gain. The Ryzen 5 5600X is also able to match the 5800X, 5900X and 5950X in the Watch Dogs Legion. That makes it 23% faster than the 3600, and 15% faster than the 3700X. It also edged out the 1060K by a 5% margin, making it the fastest 6-core processor in this title. Moving on to F1 2020. We're again finding similar performance across the Zen 3 range. There's up to a 3% difference between the 5600X and 5950X when looking at the 1% low results. In other words, virtually identical performance, and that means the 5600X is 9% faster than the 1060K, 20% faster than the 370X and 28% faster than the 3600. For the first time in our gaming tests, we're seeing the 5600X slip behind the higher core count parts. It wasn't that much slower in Horizon Zero Dawn, trailing the 5950X by up to 10% for the 1% low result and 4% on average. Performance is comparable to the Core i5-10600K, which is 16% faster than the 3700X and almost 30% faster than the 3600. The gains in Borderlands 3 are fairly small compared to most other titles. We're looking at a 7% performance improvement over equivalent Zen 2 parts. The 5600X is comparable to Intel's 1060K in this game, too. Death Stranding can take advantage of higher core counts on the 590X and 5950X, though it seems to max out with the 590X. As a result, the 5600X was 11% slower than the 590X and 7% slower than the 580X, though performance was comparable to the 1090K, or at least the average frame rate performance was. When compared to the 1060K, we're looking at a solid 18% performance improvement and a whopping 23% improvement over the 3700X. So here's an example of a core-heavy, CPU utilization-heavy game that still sees the 5600X obliterate the 3700X. It's also 33% faster than the Ryzen 5 3600. Features Reviews. The best downloads video product Finder Forums reviews CPU AMD Ryzen 5 5600X review. 6-core Gaming Beast 5600X vs 3700X vs 1060K by Stephen Walton. November 9, 2020. 85 TechSpot score. TechSpot is supported by its audience. We may earn a commission when you buy through links on our site. Here's why you can trust us. Article index. It's time we finally check out the Ryzen 5 5600X, the most affordable Ryzen 5000 series processor announced to date. Positioned as a mainstream part, it's coming in at $300. A 20% premium over the Ryzen 5 3600X. However, this third general processor already didn't make sense as it cost 25% more than the R5 3600 and offered little extra performance. Therefore, most opted for the $200 Ryzen 5 3600, which is what we widely recommended in the past year as the best value CPU, and that's the part we'll be comparing the 5600X to today. Though we're sure AMD would have preferred we use the 3600X or 3600XT, we'll stick to the more popular vanilla 3600. As a side note, the rumor mill has been churning out reports of a Ryzen 5 5600. A non-X version which might arrive at around $220, just 10% more than the beloved 3600. But we won't know until we know. In the meantime, we've got a somewhat pricey 6-core, 12-thread Ryzen 5 600X to check out, and we're very keen to see how it compares to not just the Ryzen 5 3600, but also the Ryzen 7 3700X, and how it stacks up against Intel's Core i5-10600K. The 5600